You want your subordinate teams, when they launch, you want them to have the green light to go when things are ready. So that's a little bit micromanaged, but I don't know how it unfolded exactly for real. We do know one thing, they rescued that guy and killed the bad guys. So that means I understand and I'm good with what you're saying. No factor, which is you tell me that something's going on, I might look at you and say no factor, which means I got this. And those are good ones because they're used a lot. I mean, you can use a lot in everyday life. If someone says, oh no, there's traffic on the highway, no factor, I'll take the side roads. Like just normal stuff like that. But yeah, there's a ton of things that we say in the military. It's just the way it is. You go into any organization, they're gonna have their own little words that they use. That's just the way I talk now. This is Zero Dark 30. Helicopters are definitely one of the most common modes of transportation, but again, it varies from place to place. When I was in the Battle of Ramadi, the couple times that they did fly over the city when we were there, they got shot at heavily. Even to extract a wounded guy, we'd have to get him out of the city into one of the secure bases to get someone in a helicopter. Even for fire support, in the Battle of Ramadi, fire support was almost all tanks and tankers. Their senses that they have, what they can do, to be blunt about it, you can put them in situations where you wouldn't want to risk the life of a human being. They use them for sniffing for explosives as well. They're great assets to have. Yeah, it looks like they're just naming what those helicopters are called, and that's normal. Different aircraft will have different call signs. In this case, they're Prince 5-2 and Prince 5-1. I think what they're trying to represent is different phase lines of an operation. So in other words, as you move in towards a target, you'll have different marks. When you get past those marks, you'll call them up the chain of command. So everyone knows, hey, we're at phase line Alpha, phase line Bravo. So everyone's kind of aware of where the mission is as it takes place. People get adapted to them. It takes, a couple hours of walking around and you're adapted to them. If you come into a bright room and it bleeds out your night vision, raise your head a little bit and you can look underneath your night vision. It's not that big of a deal. Or you can just flip them up. You go into a dark room, you can just kind of knock your head forward a little bit and those night vision will slip back down. So everyone finds their own little techniques on how they're gonna do it.
Stay tight.
Stay close when the bird sets down and takes off. You want your group to be assembled pretty closely until you start to move towards the target. I'd say one of the big misconceptions that people have of people that are in the SEAL teams is that they're some kind of superhuman individuals. You got to remember that SEALs are just people and they train really hard, work really hard to try and be good at our jobs, but they're still people and they're not just Terminator robots.